Hi, it's Caroline. Today's prompt for number 21 is button and tea bag. I have these cardboard buttons, cardstock buttons. I got these a long time ago. I thought these would be perfect since my journal is growing. And first thing I thought of doing with this prompt was creating a flower. I'm in that mood right now where I really want to see flowers. And I didn't have a tea bag that was ready to go, so I sacrificed one of our tea bags. I emptied out the tea, and here it is. Very plain. I do have a tag though that I still had, so I might use that somewhere in this. And I think what I'm going to do is, there's my prompt list. I'm going to use this wipe off page and practice page that already has some pink markings on it, some practice, and I'm going to use that as a background somehow just to start off, and we'll see how this goes. I'm going to put this page on, or this paper on my page, and I'll use it like so. You could all just tear some down here. So today it's Sunday here for me, and this is going to be a fun Sunday activity to do. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. This has been very fun, and I just feel like I'm not dragging. I'm working. I work in my journal almost every single day when I can, but when we're away for the weekend or part of the weekend, it's very difficult. So that's how I guess that's how I feel. And keeping the scraps from this page. And I have some lines over here. I might just fold that over. I think that's what I'll do. Yeah. Gluing this down. And I have to just reach for my glue stick. So let me know how everybody's doing this time of year. I think I will make that into some kind of a, let me see if I can find a card practice. If I was to, yeah, all right, I'll do that. Here comes art. I really don't know where this is going to go. I don't really have an idea. It's just going to evolve as it usually does. And I'm really happy that you're here to come along with me. And if you want to come along and see other journal flips and other creative ideas that I might have, please follow along. I would love that. I guess I would say subscribe. So that's what I've got so far. Not too much right now. I am taking a piece of packaging and I'm wrapping it in this scrap piece of paper that I've used throughout my journal here, because I like the way the colors all go together because they're all scrapped from the same project, but that's fine. In the tea bag, I took my little stamp inking pad and I just inked it up, letting it dry. So pink, light colors will be the theme here. And I will cut this off. I just feel so good when I'm using up all these scraps. Like, I really would like to just continue to de-scrap my desk and create with those little bits and pieces. Okay, that's not so terribly bad. I never really know how I feel when I'm making these things, because I think, is it so far out? But then when I look back at what I've done, I suppose I like it because it's my personality. And I think it also reflects in the mood and just even our climate outside. Just a lot of different things that help us to create and just, how am I trying to say this? Shows how you're feeling that day or that season that you're in. Let me know what you think, if it's the same for you. Okay, so I do like all these. I like all these colors because I love pink. That's just my color. It's always been since I was in kindergarten, or since I could speak. And I think that's a good start. This will fit up here. Oh yeah. I'll add something here. I just have to do a little thinking out loud, thought process. This page here will be, I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know. We'll figure that out. As I stood up for a second because I had to get something, and I saw my tea bag here, and you probably can't see it, but it does, for me, have a bit of a floral shape. Maybe that's abstract. I do want to keep the edges of the tea bag just to more or less show that that's what it is. I mean, I know what it is, but so I'm going to be cutting this a little bit, following a little bit of the outline. And I don't know, but I thought about this the other day. I was sitting somewhere doing something. Could have even been, maybe it was in line at the grocery store, I'm not sure, but I saw a pattern, and right away I could see I could see an image in the pattern, and I've always been like that. I remember as a child looking up at a ceiling that had, even if it had dots, I don't even know what kind of ceiling it would have been, but I saw patterns in it. And like in a marble flooring or in, you know, that kind of, those kinds of patterns, I see faces and animals, and it's, yeah, I've always done that. Anyway, that's my little spiel about that. Okay, I have to figure this out, and I think what I'll do is I'll do a little fold here, like that. You're just kind of creating, coming along with my thought. I'm going to get art out again here. I'm not going to think about it too much. I'm going to trim this off. I find I lose my way if I think about it too much. My way or my edge, I'm not sure which one. This is round. Just start putting it down. Figure out the rest as I go. It's a fun, just fun to try different ways of making your art. It's all gluing and painting and cutting and just scrumptious fun. Yeah, this does not look like a flower, but that's all right. Not yet, anyway. A little bit of flurries outside, nothing too crazy. Just enough to make it look quite magical. And I would love for some snow to be here when our grandchildren come to visit, because we have an awesome, you know, built-in snow slide on, it's our laneway, and we can use both ends of it depending on how we feel that day, how much energy we have. So for the next time they come to visit, it would be nice to have some of that wonderful white stuff. I don't even know where I got these. I'm honestly trying to remember. It was very early on when I started junk journaling, and I started to build on my products, my supplies, I suppose. And I do think it came from an Etsy person, an Etsy seller, because I was looking for some stamps. Yes, that's what it was. And I don't have any die cuts like this, so that is not a flower like that. That's oh, well, my flower wasn't turning out the way I thought it would because I'm not an artist. And so now I'm trying to tone down a couple of lines that I put in it with a brighter marking pen. So we'll see what happens. Just giving it more texture. You can still see the tea bag. I know it's a tea bag, which I think is the main point. Anyway, this is fun. Hope you're having as much fun doing whatever it is that you're doing at this particular time. And not too fussy. Went from pink to white. I'll use all my fingers and then I won't be able to hold the door. Let that dry. Well, I wasn't completely thrilled with what I did with the marker before this step that I'm deciding to go with, which is adding some white acrylic paint to the outsides just to give it more of an outline, more of a finished look. The pinkish marker just, I don't know, was too bold or something. So this softens it up and just gives it more of a nice flow, which is what I'm looking for. I mean, the buttons they're bright, and that's probably my focal point there anyway. And then the flower that's beside it turned out pretty nice. I do later on add a little bit more of the brown to attach from where the flower goes to the stem, which makes me really enjoy it. And then on this one here, I found a stencil and I wanted to fill in some of the gaps, and the stencil turned out to be just what I needed. So I went ahead and did that with my oxide ink, distress ink. There we go. Really happy with that. Well, here is my finished prompt for today, my finished page. And what I did was, to recap, I took a page of wipe-off paper and I put it on, I glued it on, folded over the top and made a top pocket or tuck spot, I suppose. And I have my tea bag in this flower here that sort of evolved as I couldn't figure out how to make it into a flower. But anyway, that's how it came out. I added some cut up cardstock buttons that I had already in my supplies. And my wipe-off page was also a practice page from previous prompt. So I just sort of enhanced the flowers that were there. And I also used a stencil right here that I decided to sort of fill in the edges a bit. And I really like the way this looks. To me, it looks really, looks scrumptious, but also at the same time fresh. And I used a little stamp that I had in my supplies, and I put a stamp over here. And this is the card that I used for the tag is what was it, a Yogi tea box, and then I had the tag already also. And as I said at the beginning, my tea bag was I had to sacrifice a new one because I didn't have a used stain one in my stash. I have used them all. And there we are, and I can write on that. I also did a little bit of cork stamping on here just to sort of give it a little bit more texture. This side is just blank with the paper that I already had as a scrap, and I put that on there. And I can stick it up here into the tuck spot. And there we go. Prompt number 21 all done. Thanks very much for joining me today. Have a fabulous evening, everybody. Take care. Stay safe and cozy. Bye for now.